well, the electoral votes are in, and Lincoln is officially the president, which I don't think we were confused as to whether or not that was going to happen. Although Congress did declare that the states in rebellion don't get electoral votes because they're in rebellion, which is fair. And even if they did vote against Lincoln, he still had plenty of votes to win. But it does seem a little uncomfortable not allowing a state to have its votes, although then you get into the whole electoral college system, and do we really need it? Because you got the popular vote that already came in, and these electoral votes could just vote for whoever they want, regardless of what the people. That's the conversation for another day, I guess. Civil War. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me, as always, is Prospector Johnny. And Johnny, Lincoln is continuing to be hair dictator officially this week with the electoral votes.
Of course. Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. He has been my favorite dictator that we have had in these United States up until this point.
That's gonna be a couple days from now. The week opens up on the 10th with the Ohio and the Missouri ratifying the 13th Amendment. Indiana.
Oh, great. Okay.
Still taken.
We're still concerned about how there's loopholes, right?
I think yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, we're gonna go with the loopholes.
Or are we trying to get multiple private prison contracts lined up before
it might be that one might be the thing that we're doing as well. The 11th, Sherman is going to split the Confederate defenders in South Carolina between Branchville and Charleston. Traitor President Davis urges the Confederate armies to join together to defeat Sherman at Charleston, and Beauregard goes, how about we don't do that, and instead we evacuate Charleston? Because we're just going to lose an army if we put anybody in Charleston again. Have you seen Sherman? Did you see what he did to
He's a psychopath.
Atlanta and all the way through Georgia? Maybe let's just let him have what he wants to have.
Has the media gotten that picture of him that makes him look like an absolute psychopath yet? Has that started making its rounds, or is that later in his career?
No, that's making its rounds.
Because the picture, it's right here. It's this one.
Yeah.
It's show him.
Yeah.
This guy looks fucking insane. He will eat your children.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to eat your children. And the funny thing is with the Confederate, obviously the news in the Confederacy is heavily propagandized, as it is in the North. But in the South,
no. Harold Lincoln made sure it's not by directing the newspapers what they can and cannot print.
Yeah, you're right.
He made sure to not make it propagandized.
So when Sherman was marching through Georgia, there was all these Georgia newspapers like, Sherman's starving, his troops are on the run, our boys have kicked their... And then like as they're like printing that off the press, here comes Sherman to burn the press. They're like, oh, well, I guess the propaganda's not going to work when we're literally on fire.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. That's a tough place to be.
Meanwhile, Sherman actually has no intention of attacking Charleston. That was his feign. He wanted to get people's attention over there. Seems to have worked. He wants to actually go and bypass Charleston, cut it off of all supplies, and just let it wither on the vine, so to speak. His real goal is the capital of Columbia. Not the capital of Columbia. The capital of South Carolina, Columbia.
Which is
the capital.
Columbia.
Yeah. That's you got what I was picking up what I'm putting down.
No, yeah, well, no, I'm not slow. I'm here. I'm with you.
I'm a little slow today.
We're good.
It's been long weeks, guys. It's been long. I'm ready for this to be done. After after Congress rules that states in rebellion have no electoral votes, Lincoln is officially voted in as on the 12th with 212 votes to 21. So even if we let those Southern Confederate rebelling states have electoral votes,
why would we?
They're in rebellion, so we shouldn't.
They made up their own little president and elected him. Let them vote for that guy. Who gives they don't get to vote for a president of a country they're trying to fight against and get their freedom from. Like what the?
Speaking of voting, it's not like
go to hell.
You know who didn't have an election cycle in November? The Confederates didn't have an election cycle in November.
Oh,
it's just Traitor President Davis, a.k.a. the King Davis, I guess, because his wife was all about saying, like, we're going to create the next great American monarchy. And
Oh well, there they go.
pretty
They're
much
well
did.
on their way.
Well,
They just need to create a legitimate nation
win an
first.
unwinnable war at this point. Lincoln will be concerned by reports that the Missouri provost marshals are selling confiscated land that they took from rebel sympathizers. Why are you concerned about that? Fuck them. Let them sell the land.
What else are you going to do with the confiscated land?
Sell it. Fuck them. Don't give it back to them. Don't even think about giving it back to them. They made their choice. They chose the losing side.
And now somebody has to get the land, so
Yeah.
you sell it. What do you do? What do they think happens? What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're mad about that.
I don't know.
What are they going to just hold on to it, create a park? What?
I guess. I don't know what.
You resell it.
Meanwhile,
Hey Tommy, in the future, if I don't know, they take a bunch of my cars because I was selling drugs and they arrest me. Are they just going to sit on those cars?
no,
and
they're
hang out
gonna
with
they're
them
gonna
and put them
they're
in storage
gonna put
somewhere?
them, I think they call
they're
it
going
a
to
sheriff
sell them at
sale.
an auction.
Yeah, they call it a sheriff sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, I have no answer for you.
Same.
Same. Meanwhile, Sherman is going to push Confederate resistance.
Go walk into the woods and die mad about it. Like what?
Sherman's going to push off Confederate resistance off the Orangeburg Bridge. Lucky number 13, Johnny, we're going to see Beauregard hopelessly not having enough troops to defend Augusta. And Hardee is waiting for orders to surrender Charleston and Fort Sumter. Meanwhile, Confederates diehards are clamoring for Johnson to be put into command of the South Carolinas and Georgia instead of Beauregard. And Robert E. Lee says, not that I have anything against Johnson. He is a fine general, but like at this point, changing your quarterback when you're already losing in the fourth quarter by a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to help.
It's not going to help anything.
They're trying to pull the goalie when they're down 6.
Yeah,
3 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's not. It's not.
Yeah. Why bother?
Yeah.
Why bother?
What are we doing? On Valentine's Day, Johnny, we're going to see Sherman pushing across.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day,
Happy Valentine's Day, yeah.
Lieutenant Tommy.
Yeah.
Did the flowers I sent make it?
Yeah. Yes.
Did they get there?
Sure. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Did the green flowers I sent make it to you? The leafy ones.
They did. Oh yes. No. All of the flour has made it straight to my head.
Straight to your head. There you go. Yes. Johnny, Valentine's Day, Sherman is going to push across the Congaree River, or push towards the Congaree River. This whole army is turning towards.
Where's the
just by Columbia.
Okay,
in
South Carolina.
Capital.
So
like on the opposite coast of that is Columbia. Yep, the capital.
Okay,
South Carolina. Effectively, that will choke off Charleston, and it'll take the capital of South Carolina and give the Union yet another capital of these seceded states in our hands. Trader President Davis is going to advise Hardee to hold Charleston as long as possible, but gives the final evacuation order up to Beauregard, saying, look, I get it, but like hold it as long as you can, but like I get it. Hardee is going to start trying to get what military things he can out of the city. Like if there's artillery pieces that he can kind of scurry away, do that. If there's ammunition, military value, he's going to start. He's already evacuating pre-evacuation.
Cleaning shop. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he sees the writing on the wall. Yeah. he knows what's up. Like salvage time.
Yeah. He's do what you can do. Do what you can do. On the 15th.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him for it. I mean, I'm mad at that we're still fighting this war that's hopeless, but.
I'm furious
on the 15th,
about. Well, I'm not even furious anymore. You know what? I've lost my energy and capacity for anger anymore.
Just tired.
Just worn out. Just beaten down and just.
It's been a long war. I'm actually looking forward to a before and after picture of us from when we started this to what we are now, so everybody can see how fat I got.
I might be dead by the time this thing is over. It might be a skeleton of me.
Maybe. Heavy skirmishing on the 15th at the Congaree Creek, Savannah Creek, and Bates Ferry as Sherman continues to push closer to Columbia. In reality, really, the only thing that's slowing him down is the swamps. Like it's heavy skirmishing, but it's not this. It's heavy for what it's been lately, but it's not. I think the days of large battles are kind of over in this war.
Is that because not because your definition has been changing over the course, just because you think?
No, I guess there's not going to be another.
What large armies are there to go and have large
the largest
anyway?
Yeah,
they're all decimated.
The largest Confederate army on paper is Lee's at 46,000, and that's not a small number, especially where we're at the start of the war. But that's not like what was
Gettysburg forces? What were the Gettysburg?
I think he had
forces?
like 70 to 80,000 or something like that at Gettysburg. The Union had like 100,000,
twice as many.
Yeah, so it's like. This is small.
Yeah. Well.
And that's 40,000 people spread across 37 miles of territory. That's not concentrated in one area either. That's the big thing.
No, yeah, that's like how it's not like they could have help from most of them within a day even.
Yeah. And this week, Johnny, it's going to end on the 16th with Sherman's men on the opposite side of the bank of the Caugaree River, across from South Carolina's capital. Confederate cav and citizens are going to be seen panicking and running through the city. That panic is not helped when Sherman goes ahead and lobs a few artillery rounds into the city, claiming, "Hey, I'm just shooting at the cav that's there."
Well,
wink.
Okay. Well, but okay. If that would be, I could see that. I could see making that justification if he had not previously said, "These are the bastards that started it, and we are going to rain hellfire on them like they have never seen before," or something to that nature. Before marching into South Carolina, he basically said, "Hey, we've been playing with kid gloves. The gloves are off now.
Yeah, the gloves are definitely off
as we go in." And so it's hard to justify anything as, "Oh, we're just doing
X, Y, or Z."
Going after the Cav. Like, no, you're not. No. You're not. You're a liar. You're a big fat liar. And that's okay. I mean, I get it. It's fine. I'm not saying, I'm not reprimanding him. I'm just saying, come on, bud. It's a lot of wink, wink.
There's some winking and winking going on. We'll have to wait until next week to see if that wink, wink leads to anything positive for us. It does. Let's be honest. But wait for next week. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. Check out our Patreon page. You got a chat room for $1. You can talk to me and Johnny at any point in time you want. We are quick to respond to those kind of things, ish. You get a 24 within 24 hours.
We'll get better. But if like more people are there, we'll get better.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like if right now it's. We gotta check it that much. There's not a lot of stuff going on. But you're doing good with background videos.
We do have some background.
That $5. Like we got some background stuff coming up.
Yeah, background videos behind the scenes with me and Johnny talking and bitching about this, that, and everything else.
I found if you have the Patreon app, you can play the video and you don't even have to have like it'll keep playing the audio.
No, nice. Oh, so it's like a podcast. Yeah. So.
It's like if YouTube, like, in YouTube, but you play for the premium or whatever, and you can do that. Like
I got
it's like
you.
that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So.
And then eventually we'll come up. I mean, if there's enough interest, we'll like start like T-shirts or something. I don't know. We'll do some giveaways or something maybe.
I've been working on the concepts of that.
I have ideas of pictures, or not pictures. But
I've been working on the concepts of the ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. I got some. There's some T-shirt ideas that are there. They're floating around. They're there.
Yeah. Got a couple. I have a couple.
This year's gonna be should be fun in regards to like upcoming content. We've got gun stuff that's coming up. If people are in the Fort Wayne area around Mother's Day weekend, there's the history at the fort. I will be there. Johnny won't be because Johnny doesn't like to come camping with me, but I'll be there.
I won't be there. Fort Wayne.
Yeah, there's
in May.
Well, that's the event. I like that event. That's a fun event.
Sorry, that is May is when my mother-in-law and wife all have their birthdays.
Oh yeah, you're not going anywhere. We got long form content. Talk about all kinds of random stuff. We will get better at that once hockey season starts to wind down for Johnny. And then we got shorts.
Yeah, throw me under the bus. It's my fault.
Well, I don't want to research either. I'm kind of busy right now too. So there are shorts though every day. Every day there is a new short dropping. Every fucking day. That's how much I love you guys.
That's a lot. That's a lot of shorts.
It's a lot of shorts.